Hi friends, it is the 9th of August 2020 and it's the 12th Sunday of Stash Stash. I am recording in the morning rather than the afternoon, which I normally do, and if I seem a little bit softer spoken, that's why. I don't really want to disturb my neighbours, although it's past 11, so I'm sure it's not a big problem. Like I thought last week, I haven't got any finished objects this week, but I have been doing quite a lot of knitting, so I thought I'd do a little catch up on how I'm getting on with all my projects. I don't have too many on the needles at the moment, so that's quite good and unusual for me. So first of all, I've got my Islington shawl by Mara Nicole, and it is coming along very nicely as ever. I don't really know whether this is going to focus properly, but I do enjoy the texture of this shawl. I am going to need to move it on to a longer needle probably, but it's getting there. This is upside down. You start at the top and work down, so that's quite hard to see the shape when it's on this short of a needle. But I'm knitting this with earth yarns from Turkey, which I bought from Tribe Yarns, and yeah, I really like it. I'm really pleased with it. I think it's going to be a lovely shawl when it's done. So I've been working away on that. That's my main project for today to work on. I've also cast on a new project. I'm pretty sure I didn't speak about this. I think I cast this on Sunday afternoon last week after I'd recorded. But I have cast on, if I pop them here, the hexson socks by Kate Atherley. And it's a free pattern that was published in Knitty Deep Fall 2019, and the name translates to witch's legs, which I quite enjoy, and I thought that with this red yarn it just seemed to fit quite nicely. Kate said something about the pattern being released for Halloween, and there's something about the idea of a witch wearing red socks at Halloween that appeals to me. The yarn is from Ellen of Mrs. Lamb Yarns, or Kalakshek Ellen on Instagram, social media, and it is her colourway that she dyed for the Operation Social Justice project that Gamer Crafting organised earlier this year. Yeah, it was this year. So it's a lovely red yarn, slightly tonal, variegated, but yeah, very nice. So I'm enjoying this a lot. I really like it. It's quite a simple geometric crisscrossing cables, and that kind of feed, I don't know whether you can see, maybe I'll put a photo in if this doesn't focus very well, but feeds into the rib at the top, so it's very nice. So I've been enjoying working on those. I've also been working on my Clure shawl by Anna Maltz, which is going to be quite difficult to show you without all my yarn escaping. So I think I'd already shown that I had got the rainbow section done. So of course this is the way up it goes. It's quite complicated. So yes, rainbow section done, and then we're on to the black and white striped mitered square section, and it's got a kind of lacy texture going on, but it's very simple and huge at the moment. And obviously this is the top edge, and then this comes down to a point when it will meet with the bottom edge, I think. Yes, so you can vaguely see. Oh my goodness, this is impossible. You can vaguely see that here we're going to have a diagonal going up in this direction to meet the diagonal over here. Maybe I'll put a design photo in as well to show you the shape of this. But I'm enjoying this. The rows at the moment are very long, but there's not anything that you need to really remember as you're going along. It's a four row repeat, and there's just a couple of decreases, but they're either at the marker or at the end of the row, so in between times it's just plough on. So I did a lot of watching. I was watching The Good Place on Netflix last night. I watched the whole of the first season and just knit and knit and knit on that, and it was very good for TV knitting. Finally, I have again put in some squares into my Cozy Memories blanket. So I think last week the last one I had done was this one. So I've added in a little yellow one here and then started a new row with these 3 at the top. I seem to not be doing a very good job of knitting this while watching TV because I keep finding that I've got a different number of stitches on one edge of the mitre than the other when I get to the end, and I have not worked out why, but who knows. It's only by 1 stitch, so it's not a massive issue, but I will have to try and concentrate a bit better on the next one. But yeah, I'm very pleased with how this is coming along. What else has been going on? I've been doing some cross stitch, been working a lot. I helped to run on the admin side a come and sing afternoon yesterday and actually really enjoyed singing along, which is something I haven't done for quite a while in any sort of serious way. I've been repotting some plants and that's really about it. I've not got anything new to say about Ravelry. They've made some attempts at, well, I don't really know what they were trying to do, at placating people, but there are little updates happening, but lots of them are not to do with accessibility, and I'm not convinced by Jess's letter that they actually believe that people are being harmed by the website or that they really care. Maybe they do and they've just been really ineffective at displaying that, but their reaction to the open letter from designers did not make me think that they care. So maybe they'll come through in the end, but I don't see any evidence that really makes me think that that's going to happen. So I have been exploring, a few people have set up forums on the Mighty Networks, which is quite interesting to have a look at how that works, and yeah, looking at different ways of hosting communities and discussions other than Ravelry. I've not bought any patterns in the past while because I've got plenty to be working on, but any that I do want to buy, there's a few things that I want to make in the next few months and I will definitely be looking for those on other platforms. But so yeah, it's very disappointing, but I'm glad to see that there are other options coming up, and for all that I still feel that it was a good thing having so much information in one place about projects and designs and what people thought about the designs. You know, I'm somebody who likes to do quite a lot of research before I start knitting something. I like to see what other people have thought of the pattern, what they've used to knit it, how well it's come out, and what the colours look like. And the same with yarn. If I've got a yarn that is new to me, I like to see what other people have done with it, how they think it wears up, or how particular colourways look in different sizes of knitted things. And with that spread all over the internet in different places, that is going to be more difficult to do, but I think maybe it will be for the best. Who knows? Anyway, don't want to ramble on that, and this has gone on a wee while, so I'm going to round up here. We have one more Sunday, let me just check that. Yes, one more Sunday during Stash Dash. Stash Dash actually finishes on the 22nd of August, which is a Saturday, but I will probably record next week, although I don't think I'm going to have finished anything, so maybe I won't. But I will also record on the Sunday, or maybe even the Saturday. I might record on the 22nd as the final day and just see if I've managed to finish any of my outstanding projects. I don't think I will, but you never know. But I hope you all having a good weekend, have a nice crafty week ahead, and I'll speak to you again sometime soon. Take care, bye.